What you call low man work, Jimmy?
Where do you think you are?
Why isn't Cowboy out here?
He's a day worker, Jimmy.
Being a Yellowstone fan isn't easy. One moment, you're celebrating the return of the series, and the next, you're left wondering how it will all end. With the conclusion of Yellowstone Season 5, the future of the show has become even more uncertain. Rumors, speculations, and official announcements have been swirling, leaving fans with one major question. Will there be a Yellowstone Season 6? As of now, Paramount has not officially confirmed the next season, but that doesn't mean the story is completely over. There's plenty of speculation about spin-offs, new characters, and potential directions the franchise could take. If you're wondering what's next for the Duttons, we're breaking down everything we know about Yellowstone Season 6. Will there be a Yellowstone Season 6? The short answer, maybe, but the future of the Yellowstone saga is more complicated than ever. Initially, Paramount announced that Season 5 would be the final chapter of the Yellowstone story, with a sequel series planned to take its place. At one point, it seemed that Matthew McConaughey would headline this next installment, continuing the legacy of Yellowstone under a new name. However, those plans have since shifted, and McConaughey is no longer attached to the project, at least not officially. Instead, Paramount has reportedly been in discussions with select members of the Yellowstone cast about returning for another spin-off or sequel series. This has left fans questioning, could Yellowstone Season 6 actually be in development under a different title? It's entirely possible. Paramount has remained vague about the specifics, but series creator Taylor Sheridan is actively expanding the Yellowstone universe. Several spin-offs are already in development, including a prequel set in 1944. If Paramount ultimately decides to continue Yellowstone with its original cast minus Kevin Costner, it may not technically be labeled as Season 6, but it could still serve as a direct continuation of the Dutton family saga. Whether it's called Yellowstone Season 6 or something entirely new, one thing is certain: the story isn't over yet. How Yellowstone Season 5 set up what's next. The second half of Yellowstone Season 5 was packed with drama, emotion, and a game-changing conclusion. The biggest moment, the death of John Dutton. Kevin Costner's exit from the series had been rumored for months, and when the second half of Season 5 premiered, his fate was sealed. Within the first 5 minutes of the episode, John Dutton was assassinated in his bathroom. The shocking scene left his family shattered, and fans questioning what was next for the Dutton legacy. Beth, played by Kelly Reilly, immediately pointed the blame at her brother Jamie, since he had previously hinted at wanting both her and their father dead. While Jamie was involved, the real mastermind behind John Dutton's murder was his manipulative girlfriend, Sarah Atwood. With John Dutton gone, the future of the ranch was up in the air. However, Thomas Rainwater stepped in and purchased the property, converting it into a wildlife preserve. This decision brought Yellowstone's original storyline full circle, symbolizing a return of the land to its original Native American owners. Despite the ranch's fate, Beth and her husband Rip Wheeler were given a hopeful ending. The couple purchased a new ranch outside Dillon, Montana, setting up the possibility of a new chapter for them in any potential sequel. What would Yellowstone Season 6 look like? If Yellowstone Season 6 does happen, what story would it tell? With John Dutton dead and the ranch no longer in the family, the focus would likely shift to Beth, Rip, and Case. Beth has always been one of the most compelling characters in the series, and her ruthless, strategic mind makes her a prime candidate to carry the story forward. A spinoff featuring Beth and Rip seems like a natural next step, especially with their move to a new ranch. Meanwhile, Case, played by Luke Grimes, is ready to step away from the chaos. He has made it clear that he wants a quiet life with his family, away from the pressures of the ranch and his family's violent history. If Yellowstone continues, it would need to find a way to pull Case back into the drama, something that might be difficult given his character's development. Could any new characters join Yellowstone Season 6? One of the biggest mysteries surrounding the future of Yellowstone is the introduction of the Clyburn family, a new group of characters that could play a major role in the franchise moving forward. Originally, Paramount had planned a Yellowstone sequel starring Matthew McConaughey. However, that project has since evolved into The Madison, a spin-off series featuring Michelle Pfeiffer and Lost star Matthew Fox as members of the Clyburn family. While details remain scarce, this shift in focus has left fans wondering, who exactly are the Clyburns, and how do they connect to the Dutton legacy? If the Madison is intended as a direct sequel to Yellowstone, then the Clyburns could be positioned as the new landowners, stepping into the vacuum left by the Duttons. This could set up fresh conflicts with key Yellowstone characters like Beth, Rip, and Case, who might not be ready to walk away from the land so easily. Should Yellowstone Season 6 be greenlit in any form, the introduction of the Clyburn family could provide a new power struggle, one that reshapes the future of the Yellowstone universe while still keeping the Duttons in the mix. Whether the Clyburns are allies, enemies, or something in between remains to be seen, but their presence is sure to shake things up in a big way. Taylor Sheridan's plans for the Yellowstone universe. Whether or not Yellowstone Season 6 happens, one thing is undeniable. Taylor Sheridan has no intention of slowing down when it comes to expanding the Yellowstone universe. Over the past few years, he has transformed the franchise into one of television's most successful and interconnected sagas, and more stories are on the horizon. In addition to the Madison, which will introduce the Clyburn family, Sheridan is actively developing 1944, a prequel spin-off that will explore another chapter of the Dutton family's history. This series follows the highly successful 1883 and 1923, both of which shed light on the earlier generations of the Dutton lineage. With 1944, Sheridan is expected to bridge the gap between the events of 1923 and the present-day conflicts of Yellowstone. Beyond these projects, Sheridan has hinted at even more additions to the Yellowstone universe, though he has kept the details tightly under wraps. Given the immense popularity of the franchise, it's highly likely that Paramount will continue investing in spin-offs, sequels, and new narratives that expand the world Sheridan has meticulously built. While Yellowstone Season 6 remains uncertain, fans can rest assured that Sheridan's vision for the franchise is far from over. Whether through prequels, sequels, or entirely new storylines, the Yellowstone universe will continue to thrive for years to come. The Kevin Costner factor. One of the biggest obstacles for Yellowstone's future has been Kevin Costner's departure. Behind the scenes, there were ongoing conflicts between Costner and Paramount regarding scheduling and creative direction. Ultimately, these disagreements led to Costner leaving the show, which forced Taylor Sheridan to kill off John Dutton. While Costner is now focused on his new Western film franchise, Horizon, fans still wonder if he could ever return to the Yellowstone universe. Given that John Dutton was definitely killed off, a return seems unlikely, but with prequels and spin-offs in the works, Costner could always reappear in another form. When will Paramount make an official announcement? At this point, fans are still waiting for Paramount to make an official decision about Yellowstone Season 6. While rumors and speculation continue, the network has yet to confirm whether the story will continue in its current form or take on a new identity as a spin-off. Given how quickly things have changed behind the scenes, it wouldn't be surprising if an announcement comes soon, whether it's a direct continuation of Yellowstone, a Beth and Rip spin-off, or something entirely new. One thing is certain, the Yellowstone universe isn't going anywhere. The wait for Yellowstone season the 6th of May be frustrating, but fans still have plenty to look forward to. With new spin-offs, intriguing new characters, and Taylor Sheridan's ongoing storytelling, the Yellowstone universe remains one of the most exciting franchises on television. Will we get an official